Hello guys, your friend to play here is back again after quite some time. I know, my apologies, but life treats you in different ways, and things get complicated sometimes. So we are at work, family is growing, and we have beautiful baby girl that keeps us busy. And for those of you who know me a little bit more, you know I'm dealing with MS for the last 10 years, so it's been a difficult year. But let's go on to our image and this release. A new friend from Germany called the Retro Bro. Actually, he reached me from on YouTube, and he mentioned a problem on the Vanilla Pi 0 last year, and he noticed that the CPU has a lot of spikes or overload. And after we discussed, I decided to just go and have a look what's really going on with the base, the original base release. So I have a new base release. I did it from scratch again, and I removed a lot of stuff that's actually causing the problem. For example, the new network manager is not good for Pi 0. The pulse audio leftovers when I was testing about the desktop, the usual desktop method that I have on the new releases is still heavy and creates problems. So this also has been removed, and quite a few other things. So let's go and just give a quick recap before we get started. Now we go to, I always have the recaps on my PlayBox project on the Discord server. This specific channel has all the recaps and maybe a short video that I did and created. So what you're gonna get on this release, it's I did some more research about the Retroflag GPI case that he has. I added 2 light official from their creators themes. I have a better one of my Mavo for Pi 3. I don't have an LCD screen equal to the size of Retroflag GPI case, so I cannot test something on 2.8 inches and 320 by 240. So anyway, that's what's going on. But I did upgrade or change some font sizes and the art, make it smaller to be not that heavy for the poor Pi 0, and you can test it. I call it beta. It's in the image. So we have the official Retroflag patch integrated in the toolkit. We have better CPU handling, we have no desktop as you know, updated the ES Screensaver slideshow that you see right now on the background. We have the updated toolkit, cleaned the scripts. We have the updated clean setup. I've added, I don't know if it's working, but it has the latest synth and light gun script 1.08b, and a readme file in the folder that you can test, or you can get it from their website. It has auto mount USB devices. If you have a USB hub connected to your Pi 0, ZRAM enabled, you should Google and see that it's a nice feature. NTFS and exFAT support. CPU government was set to performance instead of on demand. The local set is set to English US UTF-8. Throughout, we have a CLi YouTube playback client. That's a little bit heavy, but for some stuff it's really worth. I mean, if you don't have anything to do, it takes longer to start. But let's say you have a nice music video that you like to listen, that it's 3 hours long music, and you can start it up on your Pi 0 and just go and do your things and listen to on the background. It has BGM background music setup. It's the simplest setup that exists right now over all those years on Pis, and I decided to use this one instead of any of the advanced Python ones that I had before. or in the new vanillas. So we need something simple. When you exit to CLI, you will still play. I didn't feel like cutting it, because basically when you start an emulator or RetroArch, it will stop anyway when you go back to emulation station, and there's no desktop that will take you away or bother you. If you want to kill it, you can kill it from the new monitoring tool that you see called BTop, and it's in the history commands of PlayBox, as they usually do. And one of the good features that I'm going to show you briefly in this video too is the Mopidy media server and its plugins. I have added Spotify, SoundCloud that you need to authenticate and put your IDs, a client ID, a client secrets, a password, whatever needed. So I don't have this set up. I don't have any setup on this, and it's up to you. If you have it, you can set it up. Otherwise, you just let it be. So let's go on. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger so I can see what's going on. And now let's press back. I'm using just a keyboard, a Bluetooth keyboard to the presentation. So this is the theme that I was talking about, and if you want to see what it is, let's go to UI. Most of you know what it is. It's the Super Retro Boy. And the other options we have is the Mini John theme, and my one that I told you about, the 2-play system 4x3 GPI B stands for beta. It's all capitalized here, but not the name, but I'm just going to put it so you can have a look. And we'll go back to the default one, is the one you see on when we started the Super Retro Boy. So we go in, and I made the letters bigger, the fonts. So anyway, you can see and see how it is. I know the screen is very small on GPI, and see what it is, and you can let me know and we can adjust accordingly. Or if I get my hands on a small LCD, I can do that and upload on the GitHub, so you can update from the toolkit. Now let's put back to Super Retro Boy. Okay, so now we go. This is the only thing existing on the image, is the options. We have the usual PlayBox menu with the folders and subfolders. The controller tools, and some of the stuff that are not compatible here, it has been removed. So we have the single light gun just for your testing. The light gun and track configuration by EasyHacks is not enabled. You can do if you wish. This is the Zinmo and GUI dual controllers. You can install the driver. The controller selection script by Meleo. It's his script, and you can select and have order of different controllers. You can check it out. We set all the controller configurations, so you can go back to setting up from scratch if you mess something, or just go from regular ES menu and set up yours. Now we have the emulation tools, the configuration editor, the ES Pathfinder custom collection from developer CyberGhost. So what it does, basically, if you import other images, custom collections, it can import and match it to your ROM sets. The RetroArch NetPlay, the RetroArch. Now we have the network tools, Bluetooth, what is my IP, and the official Wi-Fi RetroPie. I'm not using, as I said, I removed the network manager and new network manager from here. It's too heavy for Pi 0. System tools, the USB modes, if you have a hub and you want to connect a USB to have extra ROMs there. The audio setting, the file manager, the run command, and the overclock Pi 0. If I recall well, there are 3 options, 1000, 1100 and 1300. I suggest use, depending on your setup, a small, at least a heatsink or a small fan. I can actually drop the fan about 20 degrees or more the temperature, from 57 without anything, go down to 29, 30, 35. This is a big difference. Now the visual theme and tools, the Bezel project have been updated before the release. Bezel project, the actual Bezel project, ES themes, here's the themes. It has an update internally. Once you run here's the themes and update, because it creates and puts it on the root of the RetroPiemenu, and if you want to fix it nicely, you just go to the Toolkit and run the fix RetroPiemenu, and it will fix it. The launching video screen by me, you can enable it or not, doesn't matter. Media removal utility, it's an official script by David Marty, and what it does actually removes any extra art that doesn't match your ROMs. The overscan, the splash screens. Now we have, if you don't want to have the music BGM, you can stop it from here. It disables permanently or on, and set it on again, and reboot your board. The Raspberry config, RetroPie setup, system info and weather by to play, one of my scripts that is similar to the one that you see, plus the weather when you exit to CLi, and the PlayBox Toolkit. So let's exit. And I'm going to start from here. So if you go, as I said, the history, you have to play, emulation station, the RetroPie setup, BTop, YT, sudo Raspberry config, and this is not my script. This is from one of the developers and RetroPie team that has a Python script that actually exports all your ROMs into Excel, and it makes a nice list, organized Excel of all your stuff. It puts it in the ROM directory, as you can see, RetroPie ROMs, full list XLSX, the Raspberry config, the YT. Let's start with this one. Actually, let's go to the BTop. I want to show you the new monitoring tool. So this tool is, you can use, of course, the HTOP. I haven't removed it, it's there, but I like the BTop. So you can use, by going down and select the process, you can kill it, you can start it, you can kill it, you can do other things by pressing S, and anything you see with red is that's the process you can do. You can have that for filter. So this is then MPG123, which runs the background music, and I'm going to kill it from here. So you can press K to kill it, or 9 and get this extra, S, and get this extra menu, and you can kill it with 9. So I'm going to go escape, and I'm going to kill it, just press K, verifying yes. So it's done. Now we're going to exit, escape. You have the options, help and quit for BTop. So now let's go and start the YT client, the YouTube client. So the CPU just now that starts is spiked to 100, is dropping slowly. It's a little bit heavy. It's a Python script based client, and once you get started, I'm going to show you what it is. The name, as you see, it's YouTube with a YEW. So on the bottom we have a line that I'm gonna fill, and this field you get type search, and you type whatever you need to search. For example, let's search for about cafe lounge? You press enter. So there we are, we have the results and numbered. So let's go and select the number. You see it's 4 hours, it gives you the how long it is. So 6 hours, whatever. So let's go and select number 2. So you press 2 and press enter. And now just wait a little bit. Now you're going to know, okay, why should I wait so long to play? Well, you don't have to, you don't need to use it. I just give you the feature, and as I said, the Pi Zero is not that powerful, and the rest boards have no problem. I will update the the rest of the vanillas bases with these new features. It's better versions, upgraded versions, so I'm gonna have this, and at least the main boards that they can support it. It will be a joyful. As I said, for some of you, I wanted to have and give you the options to have a PlayBox in that meaning, having features that you can use as a media center, things that you can enjoy other than the emulation part of the scene. So just bear with me. Let's wait. What it does is just trying to connect and get the stuff needed. It's going to use the VLC player. And it's not going to be just the audio, it's going to actually play the YouTube video in full screen. Alright guys, so let's see the Mopidy server that I have added. So I have the BTop showing the process, how it will affect the actual Pi Zero while we're doing it. So basically you open up any web browser and you type PlayBox column 55555. So 55 is for the port, and you press enter. So now we get to the main page of the server. So we have the web client installed called MusicBox Web Client. I'm just going to briefly show you what you can do. So you have the now playing, you have the queue, the playlist, browse, streams, search. So we're going to go to browse, and then you can see we have digital media servers. If you have something in your network, you can see it here. Files, you can search the Internet Archive, the Mixcloud, and the TuneIn. So I'm going to just give you a quick example. If you want to listen to some music from an online radio, let's go to TuneIn. So you can have local radio, music, sports, location, blah blah blah. So let's go by location. Let's go North America. Let's go to United States. Let's go New York, New York City, and let's check the Connecticut Public Radio US News. So you right click, you can click, it will update the queue, or you can click here and say play all play media, blah blah blah. So trunk info, so we can go here, or you can start from here. So we can go to now playing, And if you have your Pi 0 connected to your TV or your stereo, you can start listening to that selected radio. There's nothing playing here because basically this is just, think of it of your control, your client that tells the server on the Pi what to do. So I have my headphones on that are connected to the my HDMI TV or the monitor, and you can listen to what actually I can listen to the radio. So and you can pause it, and for example you can go search and you can search for something else. For example, you see I have this. Let's go to Billy Esteban. I can click search and you can have the results here. So that's it, folks. Thank you for watching. Let's shut it down.